Hi guys, John Fardy from Newstalk Radio in Ireland. How are you?
Good.
Hi,
Good.
nice to meet you.
You too. Joseph, I'll start with you as the new kid on the block, if you don't mind. I thought your character was great because he's kind of a nerd who's into Dungeons and Dragons, but he's also dangerous and looks like a bit of a badass as well with long hair, and everyone else seems drawn to him from the other group of nerds. Is that how you see him?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think.
Good. Correct answer.
Yeah. No, I think there's
Okay.
definitely some. Yeah, good.
Good. Well, I'll just talk and you nod along if I do yes, or shake your head if it's no.
Love that.
And then Joe and Maya, one thing I thought was really funny when I think about it is you're in this video store and you guys are probably too young to have actually ever frequented video stores.
I frequented.
I also actually frequented. Yeah,
Okay,
I remember when my local store closed when I was maybe around 12. It was replaced with a CVS.
Me too. I was heartbroken. I was like 9. Chelsea Video.
Well, the production notes are wrong because they said you guys had no experience of video stores. So there you
You're
go.
wrong.
They're always
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Natalie, I can I ask you the big picture question? I'm just the fourth series is just so anticipated. I was telling people this morning here in Ireland who I was going to talk to, and the whole office I was in nearly stopped, and they were just saying how much I love that show. In a couple of sentences, why do you think it's been so adored by so many people?
Wow. I mean, I think something nice about our show is that it does appeal to a wide group of people. I think, for kids, for adults who lived through the 80s, and I think, there's good heart in the show. And I think it appeals to anybody who kind of, you were saying earlier, like an outsider, anyone who feels like an outsider. I think the show does a good job of showing how, we all can be outsiders sometimes. Just that's a very relatable thing to be.
Did any of you actually play Dungeons and Dragons?
I played once.
I did actually over the pandemic. I played Dungeons and Dragons with some friends, and it was pretty difficult actually.
Yeah. It's very involved.
My uncle is an amazing dungeon master.
It's the hardest job.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like a legendary dungeon master that my uncle's all about to do.
And then very finally, everyone's going to ask you this every day and anyone can answer me. Are we going to get a 5th season of Stranger Things, do you think?
Are you
we're gonna get it?
Yes, we are.
Is there going to be one?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna give it to you. Oh yeah.
Okay, great. We're going to give it to you. It's a great place to stop. They're telling me to wrap, so I couldn't think of a better place to wrap. Thanks for talking to me, guys.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. John Fardy from Newstalk Radio in Ireland. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Great. I love the show. It's lovely to see you all. Eduardo, if I can start with you as the new kid on the block. I was talking to the guys earlier, some of the other cast, and they were saying this is a show for outsiders. That's why so many people seem to really enjoy it so much. Your character, I don't want to say he's an outsider, but he's a classic 80s stoner who delivers pizza. He just seems like a perfect Stranger Things new character. Is that how you see him?
Yeah, man, I think he fits right in, especially in the environment that they, the buyers' families moved to. Obviously they moved to California. I don't know if he would fit into Hawkins. Hawkins a little rougher, I think. But I mean, he could definitely, I feel like that guy he would adapt,
Yeah, he probably would.
As long, I think they got pizza in Hawkins, right?
Yeah, they should have pizza. Yeah.
And they, and there's a lot of woods out there where he could find his little herbal buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so it's awesome. Like it's like you said, an outsider. I technically was an outsider coming into something that's already been so established, and it was great. Everybody was so welcoming and cool to work with.
Sure. And Charlie, your new best pal Eduardo there, but you've moved to California, as he points out. Was there, I don't know, I don't want to say separation anxiety, but you've all been together in Hawking so long. I know it's the illusion of TV and all, but was it strange filming it in different places this time?
Yeah, there was for sure. It brought a completely different feel. We were shooting in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And yeah, I like every time I think about the show, I assimilate it to Atlanta, and that's what Hawkins is. So it brought a different feel, and we hung out. I felt like just being in a different group. You know, I've spent a lot of the seasons with Nancy, I guess.
Yeah.
So this was like, you know, to having a friend, to kind of being with Noah and Finn and their characters. It was yeah, it was a different experience.
It's also because it's such a big cast. Sometimes, you know, I obviously like I was like friends with Charlie and friends with Noah before, but like, yeah, when you do all your scenes together, you don't have a lot of time to spend, or when you don't do a lot of scenes together, where like I never really had any scenes with Charlie before, and I mean we did, just with none with any dialogue in it.
Yeah.
And you really get to know each other, and I'm like really like happy because I obviously, like, Charlie was like a part of like my family and whatever and everything, but now it's like even more because we got to like really talk and really get to know each other a lot more, even though we've been working together on the show for years.
Yeah, for sure.
We, you know, really bonded, and then we got to have this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's fitting right in. Finn, it's funny, you know, I have children of my own, but I've watched you growing up. Now, I know you're 20 years of age, but it's so funny to see you, you know, develop. I know that happens to everyone, but do people like me look at you and go, wow, you've grown up? It must be awesome.
Yeah,
I had that
most people, I mean, like, it's enough for my grandma to say like, you've grown, and then like for a stranger on the street to be like, you've grown. I'm like, how would you know? But
yeah, I know. Yeah.
No,
That's
totally.
the experience I have.
It is weird. It's yeah, it's like who said it? Caleb actually said this earlier, which I thought was really funny. He was like, I know people that like are adults and like they're like, oh, I'm so embarrassed of like when I was a kid. Like I don't want to see any photos of myself or whatever. Like that was so cringy, like my high school years. I'm like, I lived all those years like in front of the world. And like so I mean, it's a really different way of living, but I'm really, you know, happy that it worked out the way it did.
Sure. Well, listen, our time is up. I just want to say in closing, Finn, you were in a movie directed by an Irishman, John Crowley, The Goldfinch.
Absolutely.
I thought you were superb in it. So I'd just like to
Thank
say
you
that
so
before
much.
My time is short, and lovely to see you all and continued success.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
man.
Cheers.